Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The Justice Department insisted that dismissed Mayor Alice Guo should be under the custody of the Immigration Bureau. This, as the Senate and the Tarlac Regional Trial Court are in a tug-of-war over the custody of Guo. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla said Guo, who is also believed to be Chinese citizen Guo Huaping, can face deportation. He explained that Guo is technically an illegal alien because of her alleged fake passport. Guo is currently in the custody of the Philippine National Police.
Kung meron talagang dapat detain kay Alice Go, it should be the Bureau of Immigration. Kasi, ano yan an immigration case takes precedence over everything Kung tutuusin natin, an immigration case should take precedence over everything. In fact, non-bailable ang immigration case. Walang bail yan. Basta ganyan ang kaso. Walang bail yan. Kaya nga, ang tingin ko, when everything clears up already, it will have to be with immigration. And immigration will just have to seek our permission to bring her to court every time.
Before she can face a deportation case, Guo must be sentenced first for her previous cases. She is currently facing qualified human trafficking, money laundering, and tax evasion. Remulla ensured that Guo's camp will not figure out a tactic that would delay Guo's cases.
We do not want any dilatory tactics to be employed here. Kasi if she chose to escape from the clutches of the law and the case was pending already, then it's not our problem. It's going to be her problem.
Surigao del Norte Representative Ace Barbers believes that Alice Guo is abusing her right against self-incrimination. Still, Barber says they will invite Guo to attend the hearing of the House on Pogos. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
What is the plan of the Quadcom now?
Well, we will still invite both Alice and Cassandra because we believe that they have to answer a lot of the questions coming from the members of the Quadcom. And most of these information that we need are actually kept by these two witnesses. And if they will not answer to the questions that will be propounded to them by the members, then we might be compelled to write a report that is perhaps will be considered by them one-sided. We gave them the opportunity. This is due process. We're actually waiting for them to reply to the questions that will be raised. And hiding behind a certiorari or hiding behind a right against self-incrimination is not going to help in ferreting out the truth. So what are they afraid of? We already know the story. We just needed to hear it straight from them. And if they will not speak, then we will be again compelled to write a report that may not be favorable to them.
Congressman, just wondering how you will change or pursue the line of questioning, because we did see it happen with Alice Guo over in the Senate, and she either does not remember, does not know, or invokes her right against self-incrimination. I'm just wondering if the threats to their lives are real. And we had Attorney Ferdinand Topacio here yesterday night. What is your game plan? Are you possibly considering an executive session first? Is that possible? Are you going to change anything?
To add to that, no? Sorry, Gretch.
Well,
An
if they
executive
ask
session
for-
with their lawyers present as per the rules. That's what Attorney Topacio told us last night, that the reason why Cassandra refused an executive session was because her counsel was not going to be allowed into this session. Would you consider, and why not consider, an executive session with counsel present?
Because we don't need a counsel of the witness in an executive session. The reason why the committee will perhaps extend or grant the executive session to a witness who requested that is because there are national security implications that may come out after she reveals something. So if I don't think there is a need for a lawyer there.
We'll be back with more stories after this break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. In the Philippine Star, Vice President Sara Duterte said her office can still function without a budget for next year. This as talks of defunding the office of the Vice President surfaced after her previous clash with lawmakers. VP Sara also claimed that the Congress is orchestrating a political attack against her. And in business world, the National Economic and Development Authority predicts a faster GDP growth in the second semester. NEDA Secretary Arsenio Balisacan told Business World that the easing of inflation and lower policy rates could make the GDP growth faster than the 6% average in the first half of the year. Filipino-American Gabriel Young believes Kamala Harris outperformed Donald Trump in their debate. He says Harris was more civil, knowledgeable, and forward-looking. Here's an excerpt from his interview on StoryCon.
I 100% absolutely disagree that Donald Trump outperformed Kamala Harris. And the reason behind that is that what we saw was Donald Trump was on the defensive actually most of the time. It was Kamala Harris who was on the offensive. However, where I think we are skewing it is by perception. Whereas Donald Trump's aggressive tone, his candor that he is a stronger leader, is what came off. Everything he spewed was very hate-fueled, very aggressive. He was targeting certain people. He was pointing the fingers out. Whereas Kamala Harris, being the lawyer that she is, was very diplomatic. And what I would say, see is that there are two conceptions of leadership present. Kamala Harris is an inclusive leader, or views leadership as inclusive, where she wants to be a president for all people. Whereas Donald Trump, he wants to focus on the idea of bringing back an old America. For me personally, I believe that this old America is the one that's founded on racism that we've seen from the old Constitution in 1789 and the different Jim Crow laws and racist laws that have came ever since, but only until Democrats have came into play to repeal those. And so therefore, while Kamala Harris did not give that punchiness that people expect Trump to have delivered, I believe that Kamala Harris outperformed Donald Trump in being civil, in being knowledgeable about the policy, and also providing a path and framework for the future. Whereas Donald Trump only provided ones that he can claim from before. When we're talking about immigration, for example, whereas Trump has really focused on his plan to deport 11 million people in the United States, what we saw in the debate, embarrassingly enough, is that he could not answer if he had a plan or what that would look like. We saw the moderators press upon him. Are you going to have law enforcement go door to door? And instead, Donald Trump deflected that answer. And so what we saw also, similar to Donald Trump's healthcare question, was that he has concepts of a plan, but he doesn't actually have a plan.
And in sports, the Signal HD Spikers and the Creamline Cool Smashers will face in the finals of the PVL Invitational Conference. Signal outlasted Kurashiki Ablaze after 5 nail-biting sets. MJ Perez led Signal to its victory after firing a new personal best of 36 points and 21 excellent digs. Before this, the Creamline Cool Smashers swept the Farm Fresh Foxies in 3 sets. Erica Stanton powered Creamline with 27 points, built on 25 attacks. The championship match will take place at the Smart Araneta Coliseum tonight at 6 p.m. You can catch this on Signal TV's One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on the Pilipinas Live app. Bida ang mga classic scooters at vintage na mga motor sa ika-7 taon ng Philippine Moto Heritage. At para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Evan Tarinque.
Bumida ang mga classic at customized na motor sa Philippine Moto Heritage Event sa Alabang.
Hinihilera ang classic scooters hanggang sa vintage na motor sa Philippine Moto Heritage Weekend. Kaya nakakahatak din ang event ng libo-libong motorcycle enthusiasts. Agaw pansin ngayong taon ang isang 1940 Harley-Davidson knucklehead na napagana pa. Pahirapan daw ang pag-restore at pagbuo nito dahil nakabasket na lang ang motor na makuha nila at wala pang manual na kasama. Kaya sulit ang pagod na mapagana nila ito.
Sobrang grabe yung nervyos kanina, knowing na ang daming tao. 7 attempts ayaw niya umandar, pang 8. Yeah, umandar siya. Napaka-historical nung moment na yon.
Sa ngayon, pag-aari na ang Harley-Davidson ni Kuya Kim Atienza. Ang ibang restaurant naman na aking nakausap, naikwento na ang kadalasang problema nila ay ang kakulangan ng pyesa. Kaya naman, kailangan i-fabricate ang mga ito. Pero, hindi lang pangpormahan ang motor na ito, pampamilya rin.
Pinang-everyday ride ko siya. Dahil may angkas dito, nakakasama ko yung anak ko, yan, family, to ride, explore sa saan-saan.
May mga artworks din na nakadisplay sa event na gawa mismo ng mga rider. Napakahalaga raw ng ganitong klaseng event para sa kanila, para makapag-relax at mabigyan ng time ang kanilang passion.
Walang tatalo sa feeling na mabigyan ng oras ang iyong passion. Kasama ang mga taong hilig din ang kinagigiliwan mo. Mobile Journal, Ivan Tarinque po hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.